Wow, it's time for us to take a look at the devotion here on Full Tank. And today, our devotion says, let your light shine. Is my light shining? Is your light shining? What light are we talking about? The light of Jesus Christ, that wherever we go, we are the ones whom God is counting on to light this dark world. You know, to light it means to do the things that God wants us to do, because as we are going to see, Jesus uses this analogy of the light to refer to us as the believers of the gospel, that we are to go out into the world and influence, not have them influence us, but have us of the faith of Christ influence the world. How do we do that? We will take a look at the things that we can do in order to let our light so shine. Now, Jesus speaks to the disciples in Matthew 5:13 onwards, and it says, "You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost his savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is henceforth or thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." Therefore, here God wants our light to shine. Who are these men that God is talking about? Definitely the people who are around us. These would be our neighbors. This would be our workmates. This would be even our family members. Some would believe, some are not believers. But many a times as Christians, we are faced with dilemmas. You know, how am I going to make that decision? Maybe it is an issue that has thrust you into the spotlight. So, sort of like a King Solomon kind of an issue where he had a dilemma, but he ruled out of wisdom. Therefore, the light of Christ is seen in such a person. Maybe it is a dilemma, even a social dilemma, a situation that has cropped up. Maybe it's even your faith that has been put to the test. Are you going to make the right decision? For whatever decision you are going to make, it's going to communicate to the people that you are of a different kind, that Christ's light is in you, that you're not just somebody who blends in as with the world. You're not just somebody who goes with the flow. You know, let's see where this leads us. You know that a decision has been made, for instance. Maybe it's a decision in your workplace to sabotage or to do some things that are not right. And are you going to go with those who are, are you going to blend in with the community of those people who are popular? Or are you going to make the less popular decision? This is where our faith is counted. This is when a child of God is known by the decisions that he or she makes. And this is what separates us. Are we going to stand for Christ even when that bribe is demanded? Am I going to give in to the temptations, in spite of God expecting that I would do different? Therefore, God is expecting of us to rise to the occasion. A time has come when the sons of God are going to be manifested, when their behavior is going to set them apart. And God here says, let your good, let them see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Therefore, by how we carry ourselves around, the good things that we do, the kindness that we show of Christ, this is going to set us apart. This is going to help us to be totally different. And this is how Christ shall shine, because a man and a woman somewhere has decided that they are going to represent him. They are going to do well. Now, when you light your light, you do not put it under the table. You're going to put it on top of the table so that it gives light to that house. In the same way, when we go about sharing the gospel of Christ, this light is going to be seen. When we go around sharing even the love of Jesus, because the gospel is a practical it's a practical gospel. It just doesn't start and stop at the words that were spoken, but it is actually so practical that you can show love to your brother and to your sister by being somebody who is also kind. And this way we're going to exalt the name of the Lord. So we thank God for this word, that it is reminding us really to go an extra step, to ask him and to trust him to be different, because that's what God has called us to.